right, this is Rudy and Erin, and we're doing a Ken Hovind update. So Ken has been calling. He's currently in Oklahoma City, the BOP Transfer Center, and they just did diesel therapy where they transferred him with ankle chains, hand chains, belly chains for 10 hours. And he said it's absolutely brutal, absolutely miserable being transferred for 10 hours in these chains. And I think the devil is just trying to annoy him and persecute him as much as he can before he gets out. So we need to keep him in our prayers. He's got another long drive back or fly back to Yazoo, Mississippi. So this is like 25 times they've moved him in nearly 9 years, and they're absolutely just giving him as much diesel therapy as they can. But we are close to the finish line. He is going to be getting out no later than August the 9th. We hope a lot sooner. But we just wanted to give some updates on the channel. Basically, I do need some more Bible questions. He does call, and it's therapy for him to hear the Bible questions. So my email address is ruddavis@yahoo.com. So go ahead and send me those Bible questions if you don't mind. I don't know, that you'll ever get an answer, but at the same time, it's good therapy for him to hear the questions. There's just situations that we're having to deal with, and everybody's going to have to be patient. We're all looking forward to the day when Ken Hovind can get out of that prison, take his first breath of fresh air, be reunited with his wife, his children, his grandchildren, and make decisions for himself uninhibited as a free man, without being monitored and controlled by the Bureau of Prisons. So we praise God for that day that's coming very shortly. But until then, we're not going to give up, and we're not going to let up any pressure from these reprobate, degenerate, wicked, evil bastards who came against our brothers Paul Hansen and Ken Hovind. I've given you my email address, rudd@avis@yahoo.com. If you want to call in with a testimony, we can play it for Ken Hovind, 972-839-9848. I just quickly wanted to say that the Ken Hovind situation, if you study it in detail, shines so much light on so much corruption, specifically Wikipedia, the corruptness of Wikipedia, the corruptness of Rationalpedia, the corruptness of the whole prison industrial complex, and judges and congressmen owning stock in the prison industrial complex, and how they're motivated to give longer sentencing times. The pedophiles in the U.S. attorneys, overzealous U.S. attorneys who are motivated by things other than just truth and justice, corrupt, anti-Christian corrupt judges like Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers, and her stacking the structuring charges. Jury nullification, we should abolish the IRS, the problems in the educational system where evolution is being taught, structuring, and how that law needs to be repealed, and damages paid to anybody who's been put in prison for structuring, 501c3, and how the government's trying to control our churches, civil asset forfeiture, and the list goes on and on. I mean, that's just a list that came off the top of my head when I sat down. I hadn't really sat down and thought about it for a long time. But anyway, babe, did you want to say anything? We're going to be taking a break. My wife, there's a documentary coming out. And we look for. I know Racer X has put a whole lot of work into it, so we're really looking forward to the Ken Hovind documentary. But all glory goes to Jesus Christ. I can't say that enough. God's worked in the hearts and minds of many people all over this country to pull back the curtain and to reveal how corrupt our judicial system is, how corrupt the IRS is, how corrupt just everything is, including mainstream media that have turned a blind eye and talked about everything about Ken's case, but they've refused to mention the name Ken Hovind. But I do want to let you guys know that my wife and we've been taking phone calls from various people, but when Ken Hovind takes his first breath of freedom and is able to, have his own Facebook page, have his own email address, have his own phone number, get his own website set back up, my wife and I are going to crawl back under our rock. We're going to take a break. We're going to, I've got to go back to work here in a few months. And we're just going to go back to our life. But we praise God for this experience. It's been just a real blessing, and all glory goes to Jesus Christ. You can just see God's fingerprints all over this, where he's worked in the hearts and minds of people all over the world, not just America. The messages coming in, how about Kent's ministry has touched their lives. And I kind of did all the talking here, babe. Do you want to say anything? Or
we're going to turn over all the Facebook pages that we're managing over to Ken Hovind so he can do what he likes with them.
Yep, all the Facebook, everything will just be given over to Ken Hovind. Of course, we want to give him some time with his family, to rebond with his family after nearly being gone 9 years. But I would imagine at some point Kent will pick up the ministry, and anything that's been created, Facebook, web, we'll put a video on the channel that says all of Kent's new resources are these, and we'll point you to those once he gets out. Of course, we're not going to let up until he is out, so we're not giving up. We're just trying to prepare for the day when Kent gets out of prison. We need to keep Paul Hansen in our prayers. He's got a sentencing hearing coming up June the 29th. And we'll keep shining the light and making noise, but my wife and I are going to take a long break once he's out of prison, and we're going to, like we said, fade into the background and crawl back under our rock for just a long break.
Disappear.
We're going to disappear and do some bonding ourselves. So I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else to add. We're really, really, really looking forward to the day when Ken Hovind is a free man again, uninhibited by the prison system. And God gets all the glory. Jesus Christ is a mighty, mighty king, and he worked a mighty miracle in this situation, and praise God for it. And anything else, babe? That's it?
I'm looking forward to Kent Hovind going free, and I can have my Rudy back.
All right. God bless the wheat in the barn. That's all we got. Praise God. And that's all.